Today we are going to walk through the steps of the Visual Crossing Weather for Excel tutorial. I encourage you to install the Visual Crossing Weather add-in from the Microsoft Office App Source Store and download the tutorial data from the Visual Crossing support site and follow along. Feel free to pause this video now until you have everything loaded. Don't worry, I'll wait. Once you have the tutorial data loaded, you will see that our example sheet contains some store locations, dates, and basic business metrics. Our goal is to be able to analyze weather events that occur at these locations and times. Our first step is to activate the Visual Crossing Weather add-in. We do so by selecting Weather from the Excel menu and clicking on the cloud icon. If you do not see a weather option in your Excel menu, that indicates that you have not installed the Visual Crossing Weather add-in. Please download it from the Microsoft Office App Source Store before continuing. When we click the cloud icon on the Excel ribbon, the weather panel will open on the right-hand side and prompt us for our Visual Crossing login. Depending on your screen resolution, you will likely want to drag the weather panel wider. Since we don't already have a login, we will sign up for a free trial account now. We do so by clicking on the free trial button at the bottom of the login panel. The sign-up process next prompts us to enter our email address. When we do so, a validation email is sent that contains a unique code. I will copy that code from my email off screen and paste it into the validation box. I'll now be prompted to enter a new password for my account, opt in to receive updates from Visual Crossing, and agree to the terms of service. Once my account is created, I'll be prompted to log in. My login is my email address, and the password is the one that I created a moment ago. Since the whole purpose of this process is to obtain my free trial, I'll happily accept the offer presented and click the Continue button to begin using Visual Crossing Weather. Now I'll select my Excel sheet data for which I want to find historical weather data. In this example, I will use the first 4 columns of the sheet. They contain the latitude and longitude data for some stores, along with date information. Clicking the Range Selection icon in the Weather panel will cause Visual Crossing Weather to read the data from Excel and populate the options on the Weather panel. In this case, the tool has automatically determined that we want to do a weather history analysis since we supplied a date. So we can simply click the Populate button to load the weather data matching our locations and dates. You will see that it is added to the right side of our existing data by default, but we could easily change that by specifying a different range in the options. To wrap up our simple weather history demonstration, I'll make a graph of temperature and date. You can see how the temperature changes across the year just as one would expect. For the second portion of our weather tutorial, we will load the current forecast data for these demo store locations. To begin, flip to the second tab named Stores on the tutorial sheet. You will see that this data does not contain any date information, simply the stores and their locations. To run a forecast for these stores, all I need to do is to select the store columns from the sheet and hit the Range Selection icon in the Weather panel. Since Visual Crossing Weather did not detect a date column, it asks me to confirm the type of analysis that I want to do. I will select the Forecast Radio button and accept the other defaults that the tool detected. Populating the forecast data is as simple as hitting the Populate button on the bottom of the Weather panel. As with the history data, the default option is to put the added weather data to the right of the existing sheet data. As before, this can be changed by selecting a range in the options. To wrap up this forecast demonstration, I'll make a graph of the maximum temperature this week in Augusta, Maine. If you are following along, you will see that your values differ from mine, since this is live forecast data. If you run this again later today or tomorrow, you will likely see different values as weather patterns change. Thank you for spending your time today to walk through the Visual Crossing Weather tutorial. You are now equipped with the basic skills needed to add weather data and analysis to any Excel sheet you may have. If you have any questions, please visit the Visual Crossing support page or email us. Thank you again for watching.